Well, hello friends, looks like we're all up and running. Apologies for the slight delay. If you have been waiting, thank you for your patience. Here we are, stand 10 at Sydney, where we left off last night. Having had a look at the weather, we could probably get away with a tailwind, to be fair. But I think 3-4 is going to be the runway in use, even though we might be the only people here. I haven't had a chance to look at the radar yet, so let me just load that up. Have a look at Sydney on the iPad, do a refresh, and we are the only person here. It is it 5 in the morning? Interesting, 4 departures, they're all in flight, no ATC. And we are, what is normally a scheduled 3-hour 10-minute flight, we're going to do in about 2 block time, of course. So like I say, 3-hour flight. It really is not just around the corner as much as it looks. Not enough video to maintain. I apologise. It should be. I've got no dropped frames. I wonder if anything is updating. OneDrive sometimes does that in the background. It's outputting at 30 frames a second and 6K, so apologies if it is and that was a little dropout, I do apologise. So that should be working, although still in red. So I've increased it by 1 pixel there, and now that's working again. Okay, fine, I can live with that. It's just a little bit irritating. So like I said, stand 10, we have got allegedly 85 packs. Can't really quite do that with Colimata. So the zero fuel weight of just over 89.2 tons is about the same, which is not far off max payload. The Concorde flight planner wouldn't let me do an alternate to Christchurch, as it said it was allegedly too far away, so it's giving us 18.3 tons of holding fuel and no alternate, which is, I'm sure, more than enough to get there. So we've got just under 49 tons of fuel loaded. We've only got 1 ton for taxi, but whatever. If you are watching, please say hi. Thanks for joining. And we'll start getting underway. So I'm just going to load up projectFLY and get that running. I think unless you are on projectFLY though, you can't see me, which is sort of irritating because the whole point of having that is to be able to, you know, like show your profile and stuff. And I'm still getting bad stream thing. So like I say, I do apologise. I don't think I can do anything about that. I'm outputting what I normally output, and there are no dropped frames. So apart from refreshing, have I got anything else running that would do it? Don't know. Anyway, we've got a wind of 350, so straight down, slightly higher than forecast. So our takeoff distance should be a little bit less. Anyway, nobody else around. Airplane's fired up. Stand 10. Let's jump in. And I am going to cheat. Go up. Okay. Let's do that. Trim to ground. That's fine. So turn all the lights up. It's gonna come off. Okay, I'm gonna leave the pressure static, everything else, the auto, the emergencies can come on. Wrong one. So center console, that one, pull it up. Same on the other side. Pop the IRS's what it monocle back to standard. So a bit of a dark cockpit with the roof back on, so I can kind of see why Colimata did the shadow thing, but I really just didn't like that big square there. It wouldn't be so bad if that wasn't there, but I'm also happy to just have all of the lights on all the time. That doesn't bother me. So just loading up the airport chart. And we've got stand 10, yes, that's where we are. We've got coordinates that I can pop in a moment. What I do want is the weather. Before that, let's get that set, get those off. Brake set, we want 122. Although we're not going to use it, that was a chat channel the other night. And there we go, right, so what I am going to do is get weather off active sky just because I've got it open. So 34 left is what we were expecting, wind 360 at 6, and we've got 3508. It is 10k plus, few clouds at 3,000 feet. Temperature 16, dew point 12, no precipitation, and 0, 18 or 30.06. See how that works out. Not quite 1018. Aerodrome elevation. $21, yeah, that'll do. 3006. Set and happy. So that just in case. What we are going to be doing, the runway 335. And even if we wanted nav aids, there are none. There's the DME on 2.1. Set the other side anyway. That is pretty much it. So 3-4 left departure from the Sydney 2 departure on the radar vectors is track 335 at 600 or 800 for jet to turn to assigned heading. Now that would normally be off to the left. Or track no right turn below 1500. Expect vectors. Special requirement alpha for intra to miss it. Going to be going the long way around. So I'm not worried about that, and if it is quiet we will just go direct around to the right. And we'll do that 800 if nobody else is around, because obviously if they were landing on that runway, go around, you don't want to be turning towards it, but it's pretty quiet. So 250 for departure. Turn those lights up. Effectively, initial MCP done. Get this to standby, and we need to give it our current position. Not in nav mode. So, where are we? Stand 10. Stands 9 and 10 are south 336. East 151101. So happy. The aeroplane park brake is set, so we're not going anywhere. Start these up on the align. Like I say, I don't know if you even need to touch them when you've got CEVA. What I'm not going to do is change the position again. So there we go, we are aligning, we are in waypoint mode. I can put those in a moment. Departure wise, so something like 3,000. Now 18, really? Takeoff card, I think it was 18 degrees. It is, so theta 2 initially is 13.1, then we're up to 18. Uh, 85 seconds, TLA is minus 22.8, the N2 is 90.5. Of course, the flight engineer would do the throttle lever angle, but can't really. Let's get those set. We have got V1, 132, rotate 139, V2 is 1/8, this is 250. Trim is minus 1.5, so we can get that set. It's about correct. And that's that. So about 10 or 12 minutes to go. So we've got some waypoints to put in, get the airplane secured up, do the fuel flows, can do again, not that you need to put these in. I'm not going to bother with the fuel flow bugs. It really isn't going to make a difference. Now we can continue with 3 reheats. Cool, so what I'll do is just see if I can edit the overlay, see if that. So it's a little bit weird that you seem to have to do that each time. Whatever, let's get our route sorted out. So back into keyboard entry mode. Our first waypoint is EVONN. That's 60 miles away. Of course it's going to be, oh, I tell a lie because I think I put a little bit of an outbound circuit on that. Maybe I put too much. It's 45, why did I put 15 miles? Anyway, that's the point I think we're going to be accelerating, although I'm not too sure. So it might be a little bit after that. So we'll take off and then head direct to it. Fortunately, like I said, there's only a DME here. It's no VOR. But what I am going to do, from Sydney it's 097, so that's just a useful reminder of the sort of direction that we need to be going in to intercept it. So the waypoint is south 4117, east 152, point 2 is south 35011, east 154, 599. Waypoint 3 is south 5468, east 158, 49. Waypoint 4, Legan 6, 14 south, east 163. So it's south 754, east 1704, south 700, east 17326, 8.7. And we've got a few of the additional RNAV waypoints for the expected arrival. Start. Let's see where they start. So LUNBI, which is actually waypoint 5. And our decel is, we want to be subsonic at Aradi. So pretty much LUNBI, start of the arrival, that's where we want to be slowing down anyway. Okay, so waypoint 7, Jabba, south 70, east 17324. Waypoint 8 is south 7074, east 17336. And waypoint 9, Zoka, got to get to 3, so we've got a couple more to add in. South 37065, east 17473. Go. So let's go through these. These should all be south and east, which they are. 7065, 74073, 7074, 7336, 7080, 17324, 7069, 7154, 394, 36314, 163, 468, 580, 351, 54. And then waypoint 134, 117, yes, 152019. Cool. Done. Checked. Okay. So still aligning. So I think it's going to be a bit of a long push. Sounds reasonable, maybe a little bit further out, but
Ground to cockpit, show you we got your plan there. Give me a call through the menu when you're ready to go.
it's definitely local. So transition altitude is 10,000. MSA is 2,700. It's 2-1 within 10 nautical miles. Hey, thanks for joining. Good to see you again. Who else is here? There's a few people, so you all should pipe up and say hi. So, still nobody online. Just improve a little bit. Transponder set and off. Get the doors shut. So I have seen the Heritage Concorde pack that has some good stuff like markers working correctly. Sadly that's a fly with lure thing, and although Python interface, I had too many more plugins. Frames are of course doing pretty good here because default scenery, and although we got some ortho, have a look at now. It's not spectacularly detailed, as you can see. Somebody's done a good job of putting some textures on it. But even though I've got Sydney HD, maybe I need to figure that out. You can see the overlays are pretty good, but base imagery is pretty poor. What you can do though is see the bridge in the Opera House out there, Central Station dotted over there. The terrain is not that realistic, but hey, at least you've got the Opera House and the bridge. Sydney Observatory is tucked over here. That's a great little place to visit. There is Bondi. Or is it the other one up here? Might be up there actually. That looks a bit more like Bondi. Anyway, there's some good beaches around there. Joys of the airport. So that's down to 1. Pop those on to nav. Pop out onto nav. 5 miles in a straight line. 15 was a little bit over ambitious. So INS is done. DV windows are shut. All the flight control gear is on. Anti-stall systems. Add INS set to rad. Transfer switches all to the left. Altimeters checked and cross-checked. Nav radios, only the DME required. Transponder is not set. The control system is all set. ADF's not required. Brakes can't check. Nav lights are on. All the masters all on. Yellow, yellow, and off. Fuel heaters, auto, circs, shut. Secondary doors, auto, batteries again, can't do. Hey JMB, good to see you buddy, thanks for joining. INS are all in nav. ASI bugs, I've clicked those and they are well out. Don't even think you can adjust them. Low P7s, doesn't make a difference. Clock can't do TLA bugs, should do but can't. Of course that would help the flight engineer when doing the noise abatement to bring that back to line it up. Seatbelts on, emergency exits armed. Load sheet, well, zero fuel, aeroplane is loaded. 4949, which is slightly over what we want, what we require, but that's fine. Start clearance from ATC we can't get, but we will announce. Door lights we can't check. Let's test. Master warning. Throttles, idle, feed pumps, all on, door shut. Clears to start from ground crew. So let's get better pushback on the way.
Yeah, ground to cockpit. Toast driving up right now.
Put the transponder on. Double check the radar. And that's just me checking VATScope. See if anybody's about, which they are not. So I'm not going to bother announcing. Nobody flying in the vicinity. So we can get the engine started. Engine idle set to high on both. Debos we're not touching. Gens again don't make any difference. In 3 you can go to start. Light on. 10 to 12 fuel on.
Alright, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
How's the video quality, guys? I've still got YouTube error message. No idea why. So,
Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release the parking brake when you're ready.
okay, that's stable engine number 3. Let's start engine number 2. Lights on. 10 to 12 fuel on. Check for 25. So in reality we need to worry about disconnecting the ground equipment as well before we push. So we will presume that they are disconnected and clear. So we can take the brake off.
Alright, starting the pushback.
20:05, 5 minutes late. So let's do it that way. Lead switches open. So engine bleeds, most bleeds are all open. Valves to go off. Can start engine number 4. it is spooling up. Still not sure how the lights were configured, whether or not we'd have to go to anti-collision on. Probably for start, because I think the nav lights would just provide nav lights, unlike in this the moment where they put everything on. Start engine number 1. 10 to 12% fuel goes in. Lights off. I'm sure that isn't the call in reality.
Alright mate, operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Brake set. And you saw.
Alright mate, disconnecting toes, stand by.
All pressure gauges. So we got 4 stable engines. Get back over here, bleed valves open, cross bleeds shut. Addition valves to on. Pushbacks done. So we'll do control check. All 3 correct.
Toes disconnected, bypass pin, yeah, it's removed. I'll give you a thumbs up on the right and catch you next time. Have a safe flight.
Feels all good. Engine anti-ice is not below 3 degrees, so off. Engine schedule. Required idles can go to ground idle low. Two warnings not functional. Heat pumps all on. Choice again can't do. Electrics can't do. Ground equipment clear. After starts done. Our mate's given us the thumbs up, so we'll go down to visor set to 5. And there's no traffic around, but I'm going to call it anyway. I'm going to taxi Alpha all the way. Any traffic, speedboat Concorde 613. Taxiing, hold short runway 34 left via Alpha from stand 10. So it's going to be a left and then right to the end, and then a right and then straight all the way down, nice and easy. We have announced, so clear to taxi. Back to the front. Instruments skid, so we can't do any of that. Lights. So brakes emergency amber should come on full scale. But I don't think it does, so I'm not bothering with that. So brakes off. And that's interesting. I've tested the toe brakes there and that is not functional, so it appears only functional for the parking brake, which again, less than ideal. Because that would be potentially warm. See how much pressure we exert. So we're going to go left here, down Alpha. So we still got those CVER stutters, which is a shame. Alpha is this one here. So again, I suppose we could have done a 2-engine taxi. Like I say, I'm not sure if that was done in reality. I don't think it was. The thing I did manage to miss was the brake fans. Definitely needed on for taxi. Bit weird. So the taxiway probably not 100% accurate. So we are going to cross the opposing the cross runway. Sydney traffic Speedway Concorde 613 crossing runway 07 at Alpha. City traffic Speedway Concorde 613 runway 07 vacated. Lots of S's. Don't think there's any terrain object collision, but I am going to give this a little bit of a wide berth just in case. Better than you think, huh? Bit of a squeeze. So, drain mass on, pressure statics on. Sure they have to go on at some point. Engine rating, let's take off, auto throttles on, auto ignition's on. Checked, set to climb. Control schedule, we go to flyover because we've got noise abatement. Take off limiter over there, 88%. It is. That should be set to normal for start. Air conditioning can't do anything about that. Tuned can't, pumps on, crossfeeds all off. Trim tanks can't do. Pop the DAs on. Take off CG, let's get that.
Fuel trim 2, take off.
And I'm pretty sure that's it. required. Transponder will do in a moment. You can probably get away with an intersection, but whilst we get a landing distance computed, Concorde performance calculator, what we don't get is takeoff run required, which is a bit irritating. You just see how much fuel we used. It's over a ton already just taxiing, which is insane. So we'll probably be 2020 takeoff, 5 minutes late again. Just quickly check. Sure nobody's inbound that I can see. So here we are, Alpha 6. So transponders on, so we can't do takeoff monitor, we'll do on the runway. Brake fans can go off. City traffic, speedbird Concorde 613, lining up, taking off runway 34 left with a right turn after departure, direct EVONN. Off, we're lined up. So always have a look, even if you've cleared. Again, not a great lineup. So, brakes on. Brakes off.
3, 2, 1, now.
Actually 21 on departure, but never mind.
Airspeed building. 100 knots.
Power set.
So 131 is V1.
V1.
We should have lifted off by now.
Rotate. V2.
It's all far too late.
Positive climb.
You're up
Gear coming up.
to 20 degrees. Oh, it's just all over the place.
250 knots. Gear up. Doors locked.
Try and maintain that. What I'm going to do is that's off, and we're going to go back to whoa 90.5. Noise abatement.
3,000 feet.
Jeez, it's literally just all over the place. We can't do much with that. So heading, ET can come on, pitch hold E. Out of quiet. That the airplane's stable at 250. Not far off. So we're going to have to cut round quite a long way. I thought we'd be over this bit of water. Oh look, there's the bridge. Right, let's get that pitch down.
Wrong fuel trim. Should I change it?
Yes please, Scotty.
Fuel trim to flight.
Let's see what like 13 odd degrees gives us. Got the nose up. Not bad shot. So let's go full power here. Accelerate the airplane. So gear up, no lights. So recall can't do. Lights will go off at 10.
350 knots.
Standby all off. No, on. It should have been on. Engine radio mode has gone to flight. Secondary air doors.
Overspeed warning. Throttle back or climb. Mach overspeed warning. Throttle back
Pitch the
or
airplane
climb.
up. That's more than just me.
Ten 10,000 feet.
Still accelerating. Okay, that's settled us down a bit. Nose visor up. Secondary air doors should be open. It's off, can't check those. Pretty sure that should go back to normal.
20,000 feet.
Going to accelerate 10 degrees up. Right, let's get the INS loaded. Make that a bit easier. So all in all, still a bit of a mess, if I'm honest. I don't know what you guys think. It's just incredibly difficult to control. Almost unusable. We're taking off at far too high a speed. There we are, 0.95, give or take. Are we going to the right spot? Our waypoint, we're pitching straight for it, so actually that turn after departure wasn't too bad, was it, to intercept? Again, well done me. So, out hold. 660.
Auto throttle off.
So, still accelerating. Pitch hold. Let's get the reheats in.
30,000 feet. Mach 1 passed.
No. Here's our warning. So a little transient warning there. Max climb as soon as it had settled down. Overhead. So fuel should be right back. Of the anti-ice can go off.
Mach 1.3. Ramps moving confirmed.
Anyway, there we go, on our way. Busted through the sound barrier.
Feet.
So not only are we climbing at 4,000 feet a minute, coming up to 5,000 feet a minute now, but accelerating as well. It's just a well machine.
I suggest reheat off.
The air off. Rest is fuel. It's flight rating to cruise. Let's get to 500. There's our contrail, great.
Fuel status, 40 tons.
There's us disappearing off over the ocean, and so there's no traffic. Auckland, somebody else is arriving. They are James Field from Manchester. He's just about over Brisbane. 777 from Darwin. That's an almost 8-hour flight. So good for him. That's all I can say. Take him a while.
50,000 feet.
So 50,000, almost Mach 2. Time to cruise. Here's us.
Passing Mach 2.
Clouds are looking pretty high. Just need a bit more volumetric, but let's hoping for X-Plane 12. So we're doing 150 again, give or take. So we've got plus 8 minutes on the next leg. 242 miles gives us about 12 and a half. 70. Gives us 18 and a half. Oh, it's 18 and a half, so I'm going to call it plus 19. And then LUNBI, I think, is pretty much going to start to be our decel point. That's it. So what have we got here? 20 minutes supersonic, I guess, give or take. A really short dash. So one big long runway at Auckland. They seem to do a left and a right depending on whether or not they have got work in progress on, which is odd. But whatever. Parking stands. At least there is a VOR. It's an on-av arrival, so there are literally nothing. Alright, well, that point probably not far enough to be fair. So I think I'm going to start our descent at LUNBI, which is waypoint 5. So we'll start our decel then. That's the boundary between Oceanic and New Zealand FIR. So no nav aids other than the ILS. 03, which is 051, 114, 8 is the Auckland VOR. So 051 with a mist. I'm pretty sure that the altimeter bugs did not work. Do that. Wrong one. So you can do them. Standby works. What I really want is one of those rather than the red out. If you have to make do with a rad out, you can. So it's 215 but 200. So next waypoint 1. Is south 37057, east 174186. So that's about 800. Get the decel nice and smooth. I mean, in fairness, it's pretty much just a straight in. Could be difficult to manage. Oh. Sydney or Melbourne has just come online, which is a shame. Centre. Gonna be quiet for him. One person inbound Queenstown. That's a beautiful place, I'd love to be inbound there. Love to do some flying in New Zealand. Love to do some flying in the States. Some flying in Australia. Certainly not going to happen this year, probably not next. So 46, yes, looks about on time. Bit of a turn. It's interesting, 12, 13. Close enough for gunboat work. So let's have a look on the chart. That was a change of that was at Waltz. Was it really only 1 to 103? We've got 090086 on the chart. Feels like a big old turn. So let's do another waypoint. Point 2. Engu, which is the end of the arrival. So it's south 7048. East 17423. So we're going to be decelling at waypoint 5, which really isn't going to take very long. 30-ish minutes. 30-31. That's interesting. 779. No flight plan, unknown. 64,000 feet, doing 1233. So that's even quicker than one. Got no flight type. 5 minutes. It's odd. See if we find out who he is. That is somewhere north of America, isn't it? We're actually flying a little bit slower than I estimated. So, are we in Brisbane? Oh, interesting. Sydney is in Melbourne. We've moved over to Brizzy. In New Zealand Oceanic. Sent him a message, he hadn't replied. The other people down here. Popping up all over the place. He's over Christchurch now. So, where is the old world flight? Is that going down the west coast? Looks like it is, all the way down to Mexico. You can see that long old line of jets. Hell of a lot of them. ATC coverage as well, Mexico. maybe if we timed this better we could have intercepted them at a few points. Over the top of all those jets. It'd be quite cool to see a line of those actually. Maybe we should break off of this tour to pop over the top. I think they're doing LA to Mexico City. Fly over them. I suppose you can go to anywhere. Well, I managed to miss that. Well, that was clearly 5-6. No, it wasn't. I haven't missed it yet. And 127 aircraft online, 194 controllers is a fair old whack. There's a lot in Europe. Couple on the East Coast. Looks like Gander's online. London as always. Lots. Dublin's open. So we're almost crossing into New Zealand's oceanic. So there we are, overhead 5.8, 5.9. That is 5.8. 3.3 we've got to put in, which is the airport. So south 37005, east 174475. That's us done. Waypoints. Now we've got 19 minutes left before it's a LUNBI, and we're going to start our decel at that point. So yeah, not long at all. I'm going to read through Tom's Hardware. Got an article about AMD. This CPU share since 2007. Well done them. Looking forward to seeing what they come out with and what availability they've got. that was the guy, he was in a foul. And whilst I think they are quick, I don't think they're quick. Let's have a look. So it's a little bit later, maybe a little bit more efficient, seen as same company made the engines. Specs. So take 4.7 tons. External tanks as well. No way can this aeroplane intercept up, so she's got 1.4 Mach 1.4 Super Cruise, maximum speed of 1.8, ferry range of 2,000 nautical miles, so definitely not going to catch up. Which I think goes to show, you know, that is a single seat fighter. Is it designed as an interceptor? Multi-role, so one of the earlier multi-roles, anti-ship, great deterrence, interdiction and air supremacy, so omni-role, but in fairness, not a technical interceptor. Tiffy might be able to do it, but that certainly couldn't intercept this. That would have no hope unless it was ahead, and even then, you're not going to have long to get into a firing position. If we look at the Typhoon, still got some time. Super Cruise again. Typhoon can only Super Cruise at 1.5. It's got a max speed of 2+, but I assume that's going to be, well, that's not assume, that is of course going to be with afterburner on. Just going to suck up the fuel. Says a lot about Concorde. Especially since this was designed in the 50s and 60s. It could have been made even more efficient. The Concorde B, the later model, wouldn't have even had an afterburner. It would have had greater range. Not sure about payload, but certainly greater range, slightly different design. So we are 45 leg into LUNBI, then LUNBI. We are going to start slowing just so we don't come screaming over the top, although that'd be more efficient. Probably not. Want to get the decel just right. Want to go over the top to come back out. Just going to increase your distance, isn't it? So no, stupid idea. LUNBI is 134 miles to ready. Shh. only 65 miles straight out. So by arity, really want to be at about 20,000 feet. So it was 65 miles. Okay, let's divide that by 3. Gives us 21 bit. Which is only an approximation anyway, so. Anyway, that guy seemed nice enough. He said he was just landed at Christchurch. Set for the approach anyway. 0.3, 0.51. So, just those. Don't think it should be the whole panel. Just think it should be those. But again, I have no Concorde Pro.
60,000 feet. Maximum flight level.
Let's quickly go Mach hold. It would be nice if the aeroplane did that. And yet here we are, not holding. So, still can't set bugs. I can open the reset valve early. So when we get to LUNBI, we should be about 200-ish miles out. Pick up the VOR.
Auto throttle off.
So we are in out hold. Whoa, are pretty much overhead. So stop. To 18. There we are, picking up VOR, 200 miles out. So we're waiting for 1.5 to bring the throttles back even further, but we should get to 360 first, which is going to be out of choir. Vertical speed 800, IS hold at 350. So out of choir will prime that, speed will come on do need to set this to 3.6. I do wonder if we could just do it off M2. So zoom in and see 0.5 over there and the throttles. Looks about 80%, so 92 and 80, far off. So flight rating to climb is already done. Intakes at 1.3 should be checked. So to smooth this out a little at 3.9, go IS acquire vertical speed. Which may very well keep supersonic just a little bit longer. So we'll try and get back to 0.95. We are heading to waypoint 6, which is Aradi. There we go. Back to peasant speed. Attic heaters, de-ice, masters to the other. Okay. Interesting. Bit of a twitch around the out. We need to descend anyway. So let's get down to 20,000. And seems we've only got 4 miles to go. 3 minutes.
Auto throttle off.
Set down to 200. Speed hold. Descend please, aeroplane. Power back. Jabba is waypoint 7, that's above 10, which I think will be well above. Transitions, 13,000. Let's get the weather. Zero 4017. 10k if you 2,400 broken, 3,900, 20 degrees, 15, dew point 1024. So, order 017, 10k plus. So flight reverse you can do below subsonic speeds below 30,000 feet, below 370 for a maximum of 4 minutes. If you really need to get down quick. Sight. Nav lights and strobes outside my window. An aeroplane. Quite possibly a helicopter. Don't know how you got there quick. Slew and time acceleration, I guess. So waypoint 6 at 20,000, so we're still a little bit high. Descending particularly well. No, that doesn't work, does it? Let's bring that back to 290 then. Going down at 320. So 10 is our limit. At max 280, well, we are going to struggle with that anyway. So we request free speed.
Reverser deployed.
That's idle reverse. Watch the nose drop and watch the airplane start coming down. But off the chart.
Reverser retracted.
Let's get at least 3,000 feet vertical speed. So, we said 1024. Which I think is 3025. I'll bring some of that speed back.
Reverser deployed.
Going down at 3,000 feet a minute and decelerating.
Reverser retracted.
So let's keep that coming down. 7 is out next. Got 9 Docker. Is actually 5,000. Six. After this. So we're going to follow the INS until we get to Lingu, which is waypoint 2, surprisingly. We might be a bit low. So brake fans, control schedule can go to approach, generating can go to takeoff, belts on, reset valves, shut, heat pumps all on, cross feeds all off, visors done, can't really, the ASI doesn't really work. 9 to 1, 506 is 4,000. They're coming down. Then we bring the speed back as well. 30 miles out. Actually, let's keep the speed up. Too low. Think of his way 2. Temperature wise, 24 degrees. So waypoint 1, 506, 4,000. Go down to 3. Start bringing the speed back. Mile. Two, 3 miles to go. So Lengu is a platform, so we are a little bit early, a bit low. Speed hold is on. And here we are, beautiful island. So there we are, captured. The mist is 3,000 anyway.
Fuel trim 2, landing.
So it's a bit of a shallow intercept. Yeah, that's not bad.
Caution. Fuel status.
Got a little bit of drift.
20 tons.
Auckland traffic, speedboat Concorde 613. Overhead Lengu, altitude 3,000 feet, inbound ILS 05 right. So we'll arm the glide as it comes in. 10 miles established. So 167 is us. Good traffic, Speedbird Concorde 613 established, ILS 05, right 8 miles. So this view just needs that just there so we can see. Unfortunately we don't have DME, do we? So it's got our height.
Gear coming down.
That doesn't feel like 3 miles.
Gear down. 4 greens.
So our mate is Rafael.
Feet. 400 feet.
Autopilot off.
300.
Continue.
200 feet.
Auto throttle off.
100. 30. 40. 20. Contact. Reverser deployed.
That was a little bounce. Come on, down we go. There we go, full power. Bit sketchy. Get on the brakes.
Reverser retracted.
Auckland traffic, Speedbird Concorde 613, vacated 05 right. So, oh down, 2143. Now, I think that was about Alpha 5, domestics in front of us, so we're going to have to do a left. Go. Well, that looks like a C-130 to me, so that's a shame. go. We can shut down those bad boys. So Bravo 3. Oh no, we vacated Alpha 3. That's a long way down. I wasn't using full braking. And the international should be up here on somewhere. Well, that wasn't a zoom, but good for him. Centre line. Okay, there is. No, there's patchy bits. So Bravo 5, we want to go down 6. Alpha Kilo, there's gates to go in, spot 1, spot 2. Bravo 7, so we'll do it right on Juliet. So brake fans, master warning. Go to inhibit, nose to 5. Once. Here is Juliet. Trade bars can go off as well. I'll have a look. I won't bother setting everything up apart from the nose, perhaps. I won't bother restarting the engines. And I think we'll park up here somewhere. Stand 6, that sounds like a lucky number. So that should be 10, this should be 8, that should be 6. 4 and 2. Go to lucky number 6. Get on stand, end the flight, and then to go. projectFLY says we touched down at -6, yeah, it must have been a bounce. Guess we would have to stop about there to make sure that we can get the steps out. There we are, ladies and gents, on stand at 2149 the Zulu with 17357 10 tons of fuel. Welcome to Auckland. Let's get the nose down, end the flight. projectFLY and disconnect from VATSIM. Let's get the replay on. Yeah, we definitely could have stopped before then, could we? Oh god, that was all over the place. So we'll watch. Oh, and a little bit of slope as well. Okay, no, that wasn't a bounce, I don't think. Could have flared a bit more, and then, so you can see the airplane all over the place. Okay, not as bad as I thought. Not perfect. Again, still need to flare a little bit more. But hey, that's us here. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I quite like that trip. It's nice and short. The next leg probably won't be tomorrow, and we'll be to Melbourne, I think. I certainly haven't got any ortho for New Zealand, so I'm not really convinced that there is much point in see what shut down, shall we? So again, aeroplane designers to get like the whole ground services, etc. I'm just going to open the doors. It's not realistic. Just enough room to get the stairs. Yeah, I think we'll go to Melbourne. There's not really much point flying around New Zealand because we've got no ortho. So here we are. Thanks very much. Look after yourselves. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a subscribe if you want to see some more. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Bye bye for now.